The House Speaker joined a growing chorus of Republican lawmakers advocating for the release of the alleged client list of Jeffrey Epstein. House Speaker Mike Johnson said during a podcast interview Tuesday that Attorney General Pam Bondi, who has been at the heart of an unprecedented moment of division within the MAGA base, should come forward and explain the Trump administration's chaotic handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Johnson told podcaster Benny Johnson that Bondi needs to clarify her February comment that Epstein's alleged list of high-profile clients was on her desk, a statement she has since said was miscommunicated. Last week she performed an about-face, stating instead that the client list does not exist, according to a memo issued by the Justice Department and the FBI. Pam Bondi, I don't know when she originally made the statement. I think she was talking about documents, as I understood that they were on her desk. I don't know that she was specific about a list or whatever, but she needs to come forward and explain that to everybody, Johnson said. I like Pam. I mean, I think she's done a good job. We need the DOJ focusing on the major priorities, he added. Trump himself was accused by former ally and ousted DOJ head Elon Musk last month of being on the Epstein list, an alleged ledger detailing the high-profile clients of the convicted sex trafficker and pedophile. The president had made the release of the Epstein files a focal point of his 2024 presidential campaign, having promised his supporters he would unveil the highly sought-after information if re-elected. Though Bondi retracted her comments to Fox News about the list being on her desk awaiting review, her excuse that she was instead referring to the entire, comprehensive file on the Epstein case has done little to quell mistrust and frustration within Trump's MAGA base, according to ABC News. In a statement to the press in Maryland on Tuesday, Trump doubled down on his earlier comments condemning people interested in the existence of a client list, calling the issue boring and saying only bad people want the probe into Epstein to continue. I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody, said Trump, who campaigned on the promise of releasing the client list. It's pretty boring stuff. According to a poll from the Democracy Institute, however, about 67% of Trump's own voters in the last election disagree with his decision not to release the client list. You know, I know it's the 1,000-pound gorilla in the room, but I'm not happy, Tennessee Republican Representative Tim Burchett told ABC News in reference to the Epstein files. Nobody's happy about it. Nobody knows what's going on. Johnson also said he is for transparency when asked about the growing calls from Republican lawmakers to have Epstein's convicted partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, testify before Congress. We'll see what happens. I do trust the president. I know his heart and head is in the right place. I don't question that at all. I am convinced they are going to sort this out, Johnson said. I think it's reasonable for the American people to ask who he, Epstein, sex-trafficked these young women to if anybody besides himself, said Louisiana Republican Senator John Kennedy. And if there were others involved, why haven't they been prosecuted? That's a perfectly understandable question, and I think the Justice Department is going to have to answer it. Trump, who had previously enjoyed a friendship with Epstein and Maxwell, appeared on several of Epstein's flight logs in the 1990s, which have been made public. He also used the late sex trafficker's personal jet for transportation to several 2024 campaign events when his own encountered engine troubles.